Mikel.
Hi.
City obviously going to be missing Rodri on Sunday. I mean, there's not many players in the world who do the job that he does. But does Declan Rice come for you in doing a pretty similar job to that?
Well, we know Rodri. I think everybody has described him as one of the best holding midfielder in the world. There's no doubt about that. And with Declan, I'm extremely pleased. He can occupy different position. I think he's been really good as a holding midfielder. And yes, he has the qualities, the presence, the command, the quality, and the understanding to be a top player for us in that position.
Has he adapted quicker than you hoped for when you signed him?
But when you pay that sum of money, you hope that they adapt really quickly. But there are certain things that are very different. But I think overall he's adapted really fast. Yeah.
But the fact is, he obviously knows a lot of the players. He knows the league. Was that an important factor in getting him in straight away, hitting the ground running?
For sure. I think the league, the opponents, the demands that we have here, and being the player that he was at the national team in his previous club as well, and having a really important role. There are things that are really relevant for someone to adapt quickly.
Okay, just asking very briefly, thinking back to the 2 games against City last season, they were probably, at the end of the season, the 2 games that defined the title race, because, win one and you win the title. Does that sort of still haunt you a bit, knowing that? Yeah,
you still need to do a lot in the rest of one, yeah. I think no question, when we played in Manchester, they were much better than us. I think when we played them here, in many moments, we were much better than them, but we end up giving the game away.
Nick from The Guardian.
Hi. The last time you beat City in the league was, I think, about 9 years ago, just before Christmas. I think you were on the books but not playing. I think that's right. If somebody had said to you then that it'd be such a long run without beating them, what would you have said? What would you have thought?
That anything is possible in football, and let's change it as quick as possible.
Not necessarily in this particular case, but just generally, when a team goes on that kind of run without winning the league game against a rival, can that become psychological? Do you have to prepare psychologically in a different way?
I think change it. I think since when I came here, I think it was 18 years at Old Trafford, 17 at Stamford Bridge, and we've done it. So let's change it.
So you don't sense any that this is maybe the final psychological hurdle that your players have to get over?
What I'm aware is about the qualities of the opponent, and that's unquestionable. So the only thing that I put my energy on is that on Sunday we have to be at our best for 100 minutes, and that's the thing that we can control and we have to focus in, because the rest is something that we can't.
Gary from The Times.
When you I know you were looking at Declan pre the game in April, but when you look at the game in April, they were very muscular and very physical in that game. Was almost signing sort of Declan and maybe having Thomas on Sunday almost a reaction to the fact you need to have in those games a little bit more of a physical player?
No, because we played them as well at home, with the same team. Obviously, we lost a few players for that Manchester game, very important players for us. But we did play them at home, and it was a very different game. But yeah, physicality is something that you need in the league. They are one of the most powerful teams in the league, that's for sure, and you need to match that up.
You mentioned sort of the moments when you sort of look at the last 2 home games against them. They were both defined by very small moments, the sending off, the last goal. And where is the step, and how do you get those players to not make those mistakes in those key moments?
Well, they weren't mistakes, they were actions as well. We have 3 huge clear-cut chances against them before they scored the second goal. And we didn't manage to score, and we got punished by giving the ball away in the wrong area after regaining it straight away. But these are the moments. The small margins in football define who wins at the end in big matches, and those were some big moments for us.
Okay, we'll go to Darren.
Will you make any special provision to try and stop Haaland? And if yes, why? If no, why?
Special, we talk about the qualities of the opponent, how we want to stop them, what the sources are, like with any other opponent, and then we do the individual preparation with the players to understand who they are facing, but nothing different to this game.
What do you have opinion that maybe Arsenal could have done with another striker in the summer?
Sorry?
a body of opinion that Arsenal could have done with another striker in the summer. Could you explain your thinking around why you didn't feel that to be a priority?
Well, because we believe in the players that we have, first of all, because we have the resources that we have, secondly, and because at the moment we feel that we are covering that position.
Just last point, as Gary was saying, maybe a bit of physicality about this game. When City have the space to play, we've obviously all seen how much they can destroy opponents. Does it need to be one of those games where you need the kind of warriors that you played with, for example, in a match like this, to be able to come out or at least get something from the game?
For every big game, you need the players to stand and make it count, you know. And duels are a big thing of those games, you know. It goes either way, one way or the other. It's true that when you have open spaces, there are teams that can really hurt you as well. But if you defend 90 minutes in your box as well.
Okay, we'll go to Sam.
Hi, Mikel. With the Community Shield back in August,
Mm.
from what I recall, Haaland didn't have many shots at all on goal, and you guys pretty much contained him well for the full game. What did you learn from that match in terms of how to effectively stop Haaland and marshal him out of a game? And how can you obviously apply that to...
Like with any opponent, just stopping the sources and trying to do that. But those players have the qualities to open you up in the right moment. And that game was a while ago. It's going to be different. They will try different things as well to what we do. And we will prepare to play in our strengths like we do every week.
And with how you play in that game, does that show that you guys have that physical capability to deal with them kind of players who are willing to put their arms out and really get stuck in physically?
I think we do. I think we do have enough physicality in the backline to deal with those players, and something is that we have to prove it in every action on Sunday.
And with the weekend where City obviously were defeated by Wolves and you guys beat Bournemouth, does that in a way show that if they slip up, you're right behind them to capitalise on their errors? And is there any psychological edge in that?
At the moment, we're just thinking about winning our games, you know, and playing as well as possible to earn the right to win them. After that is 7 games going in the season, is still so much to play for, and we cannot be looking at City from the beginning.